Hi guys, welcome back to Shine on Sundays. Super happy to see you here again this week. We're talking this week about self-care. And really, self-care is what this entire show is about. It's about finding ways that we can care for ourselves, that we can feed ourselves, that we can shine a little brighter and add a little bit more to the world around us. And that's really what we're trying to do here. But I'm narrowing it down a little bit. Self-care is a really broad topic and it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. I got this idea from a girlfriend of mine, Rebecca. She was doing sort of a wellness podcast for a little bit, which was really awesome. And I miss it. If you want to come back and do it again, that'd be really great. Anyways, so she was talking about self-care and broke it down into smaller bits. And I thought, what an amazing idea. And I tried it for a section of time and it really, really changed my perception of self-care. I'll get to that in a moment. First, I'll talk about my doctor who recommended to me that I have 30 minutes of self-care every day, that I tell my partner that he has to watch the kids and that I get 30 minutes self-care every day. And I laughed and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed because that's impossible. It's not part of my world. I don't know how to make that happen. That's just unrealistic in my world. So at the same time, I also need to take care of myself. There's certain things that I need to do for me, and I need to make sure that I'm well nourished so that I can care for all the people who I support and care for and love. So how do I do it? How does anybody do it? We're all so busy and we're being pulled in so many different directions. What do we do? Rebecca's suggestion was to break down self-care into smaller bits and say do 3 different things for 10 minutes throughout the day instead of taking a half an hour chunk, because half an hour is tons of time, it seems. And I'm going to add to that a little bit too, because I've also changed my perception about what self-care is. I used to think it was meditating and yoga or painting or something like this, sort of a bigger project, or going out and going to the spa or having a massage or whatever. And those things definitely are self-care things. Those are definitely things that you can choose to do for self-care, and everybody's idea of self-care is going to be different. We all need different things to flourish, that we all need different things that nourish us. And so whatever self-care looks like to you, I'm going to suggest that maybe if you're finding it's really hard to fit it into your life, if you're finding yourself really, really busy, maybe take a step back and think about more basic things. I now think of taking a shower as self-care. And to some people, they take that for granted, but I really enjoy my 10 minutes in the shower, and I don't get to do it every day. But when I do, I really, really, really enjoy it. I love feeling the water hit my face. I love the quiet time. I have some of my best ideas in the shower. I feel like it's a time, I also sort of practice a bit of mindfulness during that time. I wake up my senses and I'm really aware of what's happening while I'm taking a shower. And so for me, that's an act of self-care. Sometimes in the evening it's brushing my hair, which I do every single night, and I brush my hair and I put it up or I put it in a braid before I go to sleep. But some days I intentionally am more aware and present while I'm doing it, and it's more nourishing, and I consider that self-care, as it feels really nice to have my hair brushed, and it's an act of love towards myself, and that makes it self-care, which is really special. And so sometimes when we live really busy lives, take a step back and look at what can you do for self-care. If 30 minutes seems insurmountable, and maybe 3 10-minute spurts for you seems impossible. Maybe it's just like little bits of 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes when you're sitting and having a cup of tea or coffee before work or wherever. and just really like smelling the coffee or the tea before it hits your lips and drinking it slowly and, you know, feeling it as it rushes down your throat. Maybe that's an act of self-care to you. It's really about perception. So this week, your challenge is adding more self-care to your life, trying the 10-10-10 challenge. See if you can find 3 things 10 times a, or 3 things 10 times a day for 10 minutes each, at least, that you're doing to nourish you. And before we go and before we let go of this conversation and before you go off and do your own thing, I would like to suggest that right when you're done watching this, grab your journal, grab a piece of paper, grab a whiteboard, whatever you use, and just jot down self-care ideas. Jot down as many things that you can think of that feeds you. Not just your belly, but your entire being. What feeds you? What makes you feel really alive? What makes you feel more energized, or you have more to give? What kind of things make you feel more you? Write it down. Write as many things as you can think of, and that will help you throughout the week recognize when you're doing those things and checking them off the list, and or more intentionally bringing them into your day throughout the week. So that's it. That's the challenge for this Shine On Sundays. If you're watching on YouTube, then like the channel, subscribe, or like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. If on Facebook, join the group, and we'll check in throughout the week, and we'll talk about how things are going and keep that community alive and vibrant. That's it. Have a really, really great week. Just keep shining. See you later. Bye.